All right, so when we were going forward, in other words, we were proving that angles were congruent or supplementary, we were saying that if these lines are already shown as parallel, then we can say these things about the angles. The converse of a theorem just switches the if and then. So it's saying if these angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. So the theorem says that if a transversal intersecting two parallel lines, see given parallel lines, then corresponding angles are congruent. The converse to this theorem says if a transversal cuts through two lines and the corresponding angles are congruent, then we can say they are parallel. It switched the if and then. The first one says if lines, then angles. The second one says if angles, then lines. So here it says we're going to justify which lines are parallel, and we're going to justify our answer. So we have that angle 3 is congruent to angle 8. So if I look at angle 3 and I look at angle 8, the line that they are both on, in other words, the transversal that we're going to be looking at, is line A. So I know 3 and 8 are on A, which cuts through line L and line M. So line L is going to be parallel to line M, and these are alternate exterior angles. So by the alternate exterior angle converse. Okay, because we're proving parallel, we are using the converse of the theorem. We're using the switched if and then. Okay, I want you guys to go ahead and try these three. It gives you some, that should say supplementary. It gives you some relationships to look at and compare, and then decide which lines would be parallel if that were to be true. Once you're done with that, I want you to go ahead and try this proof. It gives you that angle 4 is congruent to angle 1, and angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. So with those two things, I want you to prove parallel. So you're going to be using two converse theorems. So it'll be converse of something, so the angle relationship between angle 4 and angle 1 is going to prove two of those lines parallel. And angle 1 and angle 2 is going to have a different relationship, so it's going to be that other relationship converse to do that proof. Then we'll meet back together here to do some more proofs.